there is an issue here in this country. It's not the only country where children are watching pornography at a much younger age, and there's a silence around that. You want to come in on the risk of pornography, children watching pornography, and the silence.
Yeah, I think some of the silence is rooted in denial. Some of it is rooted in a sort of inevitability. I mean, what Father Allen was saying a moment ago, it's not a pretty picture. Mm-hmm. And we can end up thinking, well, look, the genie is out of the bottle and we're closing the stable door after the horse has bolted, or whatever analogy you like, but it sounds like we really are up against it. We need to work hard against this myth of inevitability, and we have very good precedent for trying to do that. If you go back to one very shrewd commentator has described pornography as the new tobacco, and she wasn't making a parallel between porn and tobacco as such. She was saying that the point she was making was that some decades ago, there were cartloads of medical, clinical evidence coming in regarding the harm, the objective harm of smoking. But public opinion was lagging far behind. It was still cool, it was still fashionable. And then gradually, because of a sustained campaign of public awareness, public opinion has caught up. And we know that smoking is harmful. Now, the stuff is rolling in, the clinical, the pastoral facts are there in abundance regarding the harm, the objective, serious harm of pornography, but public opinion is still lagging behind. And we can be optimistic that, just as in the case of tobacco, public opinion will catch up. But how much damage will be done before that happens? So, we need to outgrow certain cultural assumptions. For example, the assumption that restrictions of any kind are unwarranted. We are going to need restrictions in this phase of, in a phase of the sexual revolution, where it seems to be becoming okay for children's innocence to be comprehensively discarded. We need to start really outgrowing the assumption that there's anything okay about not restricting access, not restricting platforms and so on. So yes, our work is cut out for us, but let's beware of some assumptions. The assumption of inevitability, the cultural assumption that restriction is only and ever a bad thing. And there are other assumptions we could go into, but there are certainly two good ones to start with.